So right now, a lot of your shots, your club comes in and lightly brushes the ground this far back. And then it'll catch a little bit of the ball come up. Sometimes you might even blade it where it doesn't get up in the air. Other times you caught enough of the ball to get it up in the air a little bit. If you look right there, you'll see that my club actually hits way back here. Ideally, we don't want to do that. We want to hit the ground closer to the golf ball. Well, you got to do one of two things. If you're going to swing and hit the ground back here while the ball is here, you're going to risk hitting some bad shots. So we can either make some adjustments to get this low point up here to the ball by moving more on our left side. But we can also help ourselves a little bit by moving the ball further back. Right now, if I were to draw a line straight back to your feet, you've got your ball position about there. In between the feet, slightly closer to the left foot than the right foot. I want you to do the same swing. Don't change anything in your swing, but I want you to set up where your right toe is lined up with the ball. So we're going to do some what I call back foot chips. Let's do a few with the back foot ball position. Much better. Feel better? Feel better contact? Feel the difference in sound and spin? Now, all players, even the professionals, learn how to hit chip and pitch shots from different ball positions. Maybe their most common position is up here, but they certainly at times hit one from back here. So I want us to learn that one first. It's hard to hit behind the ball when you have it that far back. Now you have a little tendency when it's on your back foot as you come through to kind of fall back to almost like you're trying to help it up in the air. You've got to learn to stay on that left foot even though the ball's on your back foot. Stay on that left side. Stay heavy in that left foot. Stay heavy on your left side during your backswing. I want you to pay particularly attention to where my hands are in relationship to my body. If my teacher said, Tom, set up, but make sure your hands are level with your right thigh. Okay, they're level with my right thigh. Tom, set up and make sure your hands are close to your left thigh. They're going to be left thigh. There's right thigh and there's left thigh. You have a tendency to want to get your hands back here. I've got to have them forward. I've got to have this shaft leaning. I don't want it vertical. You're going to blade the ball. Here you'll hit down. It's easy to hit the ground with this. It's hard to hit the ground with that. So I want your hands forward. Hands forward so that you can hit down. And when you hit the ball, your hands are going to cross the ball before you get to the golf ball. So let's work on that setup. Once you get a perfect setup, you don't even have to think about hitting the ground. The geometry of the setup almost guarantees that the ground will be hit. Want to make sure we eliminate the bladed shot where you just roll it real hard over the green. So I want you to really get on your left foot, and I want you to get your feet close together, almost 3 or 4 inches apart. But I want you to lean more against this wall. There you go, and stay there. There you go. Lean forward, hands forward. Lean forward, hands forward. There you go. Find your little plant. Lean on the wall. Keep your hands forward. Perfect. Good one. Now don't move with muscle. It still looks like you have more weight now on this foot than you do that. Because you still have a tendency of what we call reverse weight shift. So you've got the club going toward the target, but your body's going away from the target. That's called a reverse weight shift. I want everything to the target. Almost if you had to step. Yes, yes. To, yes. Yes. To the target. Much better. Let's focus on that image. That was excellent. That may be the magic phrase for you today. To the target. Okay, much better. So I want you to really focus on finishing, letting this right side go to the target. I don't want you to just let the club go to the target and keep your right side back here. It's almost like a tennis forehand. You want to go to the target. So when you finish, you're facing the target. This hip and this knee have moved to the target. Swing that right side so you're facing the target. Good. And you can turn and look just like you're doing now. That's perfect. Go in a hole. Very nice. That is so much better.
Okay, Helen, going to look at your chipping technique. On the right is Tiger, and on the left is your setup, and we move the ball to your back foot. First thing I want to point out is your head is positioned right over your right foot, and Tiger's head is more between his feet. The other thing that Tiger does when he sets up is his legs are angled towards the target. His left hip is beyond his left foot, and your left hip is on top of your foot, and your legs are angled away from the target. And so I need you to set up leaning against the wall on the left. That's like a wall right there that he's leaning against, and his feet are away from the wall. So he's leaning against that wall. As Tiger is making contact, he stays against that wall. His hip is still way forward. His hands are going to get in front of the golf ball before the club arrives at the ball. So his hands cross that red line where the ball is before his club does. His club is angled like that. And when he makes contact with the ball, the shaft is leaning. When you make contact, your shaft is vertical and you're kind of on your back foot. Your head is right on top of your back foot. I've drawn a box from the center of the ankles to the top of your head, and you can see where Tiger's head is in the center of the box, and half of his body is to the left of the box on the target side, and you're leaning way back to the right of the box. And so we just need to start working on our setup and our impact position to be much more to the left side. The other thing I want to focus on is as you swing through the ball, you want to maintain an angle between the right arm and the shaft. As Tiger comes through, he doesn't flip the club head past his hands, but he will maintain that angle. And as you come through, the shaft in your right arm, you kind of lose that angle a little bit. It's very straight. And what we want is for that shaft in the back of your right hand not to flip under. And you can see how this left wrist is bowing right there, what we call cupping. It's cupping. You're just throwing the club head past your hands instead of swinging everything as a unit. Tiger's arms and shaft is all one piece. He's not flipping it. And so as he comes through, you can see how his arms and shoulders and head, everything is connected right there. It's all one piece. And when he gets to here, his hands are are way out here past his body. And you can see how your hands are still way back here. So we need to swing forward and lean to the target. Now on the left was your chipping action before we made some adjustments, and on the right was after we made quite a few adjustments. So let's look at the difference. I'm going to draw a box from the center of the ankles to the top of the head, and so we can see that your setup is a little better on the right. I can see a little bit more of your left hip here as you come through and make contact. I'm going to stop it right there to contact. And your arm moving a little bit more to the left side. As you continue forward, when your hands get about waist high on both, you can see how your hands have gone forward a lot more. Your body is much more forward. You're not falling back quite as much. You can see how this leg is angled right there, whereas this one is back here. So you're doing a much better job of shifting to the left with your new adjustment.
Is finish. Finish every time. Every time finish. Every time finish. Good. To stop hitting it, so you're hitting the top of the ball, and you're not hitting the ground. So there you go. I need it that heavy. Yes. When there's a ball present. You're not trying to lift the ball up. You're trying to swing the club down. So right now this club is coming through and it's not coming over. So I want you to just kind of softly waggle. See how my wrist crisscross here? There you go. Just feel the nice, relaxed woodwork. Good. Good. Don't swing any harder than you just did. Just trying to try to waggle, try to feel this waggle through the ball. Okay. Keep your arms relaxed. Getting closer. Way forward. So important. One of the things that can cause that hitting the ball with that side. Do a little swing and you just maybe really do a practice swing and really concentrate on your armpit as if someone stuck a towel under your armpit there and you're holding it. So you're going to keep those arms close to you. And that'll make it difficult to swing out here. Is that a little different feeling?
Yeah.
Let's hit a couple of balls. The ball's just a tool now while you're working on this. You're not working on that. Let's keep working on that. Right side. It's the best shot you've hit today.
Finally.
Excellent. So you've had 2 swings in a row with very good solid contact with imagery on the right armpit. A lot of the PGA players will do this. They'll take a head cover or a towel or something because they know it's an important, that they lose that connection too. So this is a great drill to learn the connection. You don't want to lose that tail. Don't drop that towel. We have hit a home run today with this movement. Don't drop that towel. Okay, hold that towel. Excellent shot. So you're hitting it with the whole right side of your body. The club is connected to the right side of your body, that armpit closed and holding that towel. Okay, good. Keep turning that right side through it almost like as if you're falling to the target. You're rotating to the target. Wow, very good. Your mind is there. As if you have an imaginary towel, not a real towel. But you've got to at least put an imaginary towel under there. Excellent. Now with the hybrid, you can put the ball a little bit more forward. That'll help you hit it straighter as well. Still think about the imaginary towel. You don't need any other swing thoughts but that one. Got to keep that right arm close to your body. Good. Now we're working on something. A couple more, then we'll get the drive around. Very good. That's when you play, I want you to have some idea what club to use.
Yeah, that's tricky for you too.
So if you have something in the neighborhood of 100 to 130 or 40, use the 400.
It's the 400, okay.
If you're in that, and now I need to find out what you do with this one. It's probably going to be 75 or between 75 and 100. You would use this one.
So this is something like towards the red.
Correct.
Okay.
Let's do it. Let's swing towards the red. Good. That's about the red flag distance. They said that was 85. So anything that's 75 to 100, use this club. Very good. All right, let's keep that drive. Good. This is a club you've always hit well without a lot of thoughts. Oh, wow. Really good.